Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, and today I'm going to bring you this beautiful bike from Indian. We are talking about the Roadmaster, in this case the Dark Horse version. They have the Dark Horse version in other models. This one is a little bit different, because when they usually say Dark Horse everything is dark, but this one comes with a little bit of chrome, so it's not 100% Dark Horse, but they call it the Dark Horse model anyway. I'm gonna show you right now. It's the main difference between the Roadmaster Dark Horse and the Roadmaster Standard. There are a couple of changes that we need to talk to you. First of all, as you can see, engine, it's painted in black. It has a different seat, and in my opinion this seat is not as comfortable as the standard version. Also, there's a grid missing here on the top of the top case that you can find on the standard version. On the front here, on this one you have a 19 wheel, on the standard the 16. Also, this fender, it's halfway here, it's more shorter, and on this area you have, on the standard, you have here the fog lights, and the blinkers are not here, so it's another big difference between the two bikes. And on this side, or on both sides, and anyway, here you have foot pegs. On the standard you have floorboards, mini floorboard, which floorboard is something like this, okay, in case you don't know. They have mini floorboards for the passenger, and you have a guard, a chrome guard, something like this crash bar here to protect the side bags. Engine wise, everything will be the same. The new 116 Thunderstroke, which means in 1890 cc's, which has 168 Newton meters at 2800 rpm, which basically means that you have a really nice engine for traveling or for sport mode. Yes, because this bike, it comes with riding modes. You have 3 riding modes: Tour, Standard and Sport, and you have a lot of power when you change it to sport mode. It's really fun to find the difference, or to see the differences between the riding modes on the bike. Something interesting, that already, since you are already here, we have this wind protection here for the legs. It's very nice because here you have a little bit storage capacity. This one can take up to 2.3 kilograms, or in pounds it's 5 pounds or something like that, so not that much, but a little bit storage. And a good thing that they have on this model is that they put this ventilation here that you can open if you want to ventilate a little bit your legs. It's very easy. You have this peg here. As you can see, you have a peg here, you just push it and back, and it opens the ventilation on your legs. So it's something very interesting. Since I was already here, let me talk about these things. Another things that I can talk while I'm here. The bike is keyless, so you have the keys. Where is the key? I'm just reaching for the keys. It's in my pocket. It's here. As long as you have this on you, you will be fine. These buttons all lock and unlock the saddlebags and the top case. So now it's locked. If I try to open, it will not open, and if I need, I unlock it, and now you can now unlock it, and now you can open. Okay, both saddlebags have 10 kilograms weight maximum load, so we have a lot of storage. And the top case, we open it, and you have 13.6 kilograms, so 10, 20, 33.6, almost 34 kilograms load. So as you can see, you can take 2 helmets. It's not put on the right position, so you can put one here, another one there, 2 helmets very easily. I have an helmet and some stuff, no problem. Since we are here, we have here a 12 volts socket, okay, not USB. I will show you where the USB charger is. This is a 12 volt socket in case you need, and basically this is it. Not again, but I didn't tell you, full LED either in the back, the blinkers and everything, and in the front. Everything here is LED, so it's fully equipped with LED. Since you are here in the front, telescopic disc, 46 millimeters diameter, with a travel of 119 millimeters. Dual discs, 4 piston clippers. On the back you will not be able to see because everything is covered. We have a single shock with air adjustment with a travel of 114 millimeters, one disc 300 millimeters with a 2 piston clipper, 16 tire on the back, so everything is covered. I can go lower, but it will not show you anything. We have double exhaust, which is very nice here. Other important things that you have here, I can tell you right now that the seat height, it's around 673 millimeters, so it's very low to the ground. Everyone will have a good riding position on the bike. You just have to take attention that it's a very heavy bike. This one, it weighs around 400 kilograms, so it's not for everyone. But once you start riding it, you barely notice the weight of the bike. Okay, now let's take a look at the dashboard. We're gonna sit down on the bike, see what happens. Okay, we have all this information. It's buttons here. We have no adjustments on this side. Okay, we have adjustments on this one, 5 levels. We have horn, high beams, low beams, blinkers. This is for the adjustment of the music, mute, next station, up and down. You have information here I will show you in a while. These buttons I will show when the bike is on. Kill switch, starter of the bike, cruise control, windscreen. This windshield or windscreen or whatever you want to call it, it's electric. This is the cap for the fuel, and basically, okay, you have these columns here. You have 4 columns on this bike, so you have a good sound. You have 200 watts premium audio on this bike. Good equalizer that automatically adjusts the sound to outside and ambient noise such as the road, wind and engine. So it means if you're riding slow and you decide to give it a mod throttle, the audio will automatically adjust to the environment and adjust to give you proper sound, so you can listen to what you are listening on the radio. Either it's a radio, or it's a phone call, or it's the Bluetooth from your phone. Whatever you're listening, it will be adjusted. Here we have the USB socket, which is here where you can charge your phone. An important thing that you have to take in consideration is never ever put this key here. If you read the manual, it specifically says do not put the keys here because the wireless system interferes with the onboard computer of the Indian. So this is a recommendation, and I'm just letting you know. Let's turn on the bike. So we turn on the bike by pressing this button here and see. Okay, we have ABS. Okay, of course I forgot to tell you, but the bike comes with ABS before. Indian motorcycle, and it will come now some other information. It's ride command, warning, 7-inch touch screen. I'm gonna mute because it's gonna let me put the music down and mute, and it is muted now. And we're gonna see what else we have here. So we have the speed here. We have all this is the cruise control, neutral, the side stand. We have fuel, we have the range. On this side we have the RPMs, the gear indicator and the total kilometers. This one, it's the radio. If you press this button here, one side is I have to turn, okay, charging, navigation. I'm probably in the place where there was bad navigation. So here we have current ride, how many time I've been riding, the total distance, the altitude, tire pressures. We have battery voltage. If you slide, you have here the GPS, the map. This bike doesn't have the Portuguese and Spanish map installed, so that's why there is no information here. We slide again, the range, battery voltage, next maintenance, tire pressure again, and back to the first channel. This button, the GPS, only the GPS, okay? This button, it's paired with your phone, where you have your contacts, your keyboard, messages, and you can pair another device, and we come back to the radio. I'm just going to put the radio a little bit because I don't want any copyright strikes on my channel. Let me find a station, a better station. Okay, seek. Okay, as you can see, and I use these buttons here to increase and decrease the volume and mute. So 5 seconds music, so I don't have any copyright strikes on the channel. These buttons here, it's for the cruise control. If I press it, you see heated grips, and I can have several levels, and if I press it down, it comes down the heated grips. And basically this is it. Let me just start the bike so you guys can listen to it. We're gonna start it by doing here, and ba-boom! Look at this sound, huh? Really nice sound. Like I said, the windscreen is electric, so you just press the button up and down. As you can see, it goes up, it goes down. It gives you an excellent protection, so I like it like that. So let's park the bike again, turn it off, and this is basically what we have to do while the bike is stopped. Next thing I have to do, I have to put my gear, go on top of the bike, go to on the road, and tell you a little bit more about this bike. See you in a while. Okay guys, here I am on the street with the Indian Roadmaster Dark Horse, and I've been enjoying the ride so far. It's a really amazing motorcycle, but you have to be careful because it's 400 kilograms. It's an heavy motorcycle, but we'll get there in a while. Most important things, it's comfortable, it has a really nice engine, and I like this windshield. Like I said, it's electric. As you can see, you have the button here to go up and down, and I'm gonna put it in the higher position because I'm a tall guy, 1.85 m, and it's better for me like that, and it does its job. Comfort wise, I like the seat. I think I prefer the seat from the traditional Roadmaster, which is a little bit more comfortable, but this one is not bad, it's doable. What I would like to have is a backrest for the driver. If I own one of these, I'm sure I would put a backrest for me, because it will make my ride more comfortable. For the pillion, yesterday I went for a ride with my wife, and she liked the seat, but she complained about the position of the foot pegs. She said after a while it was uncomfortable for her. Since she's a tall woman, she's 1.75 m, she didn't like the position after a while. that's her opinion, so I'm just transmitting what she said. Besides that, she was comfortable, she was leaning back on the top case, everything was fine, she was happy with the bike. I told her maybe one day this will be one of our bikes, but we will see. It's 33,000 euros of bike. It's too much money. Of course it has all this electronics, all this good looking, but I cannot afford this kind of bike. The mirrors are good, they have good visibility. 95% visibility for the back, which is really nice. They look small for this big bike, but they are very well placed, so there it's a positive for the company. Again, objects in mirrors are closer than they appear, so they always have this indication, and I can see perfectly what's coming behind without any shaking, without anything. Something that I forgot to mention, it was how to change the riding modes on the bike. On this one, like I said, tactile screen, you just press there where it says Indian, and this menu pops up where you have touring, standard and sportive. And once you do sportive, the bike is a completely different bike. Here we go. Woo-hoo-hoo. All for me! I'm the king of the world, and I'm riding an Indian. Very, very cool. This is an amazing engine. There is a very big difference between the three modes, so I'm gonna put back in standard because I don't need sportive for what I'm doing at the moment. Standard is more than fine, but from touring, which is basically sightseeing, what I'm doing now, to sport, which is keeping up with other bikes, because this can go to 180-200 kilometers without any problems. Something that I just was looking now, and that I realized I would put extra foot pegs here on the bike, because I like that riding with the legs stretched and opened. I like that, but beside that, the floorboards are good for me, and I also put the extra the extension so I can decrease the gear with my heels, so I will have up and down differently. But those are the things I would do if it was the bike for me. There is one thing that I keep mentioning it, and I mentioned it while the bike was stopped, is that this was the cruise control. It is not cruise control, this is the heated grips. So when you press up, you see there heated grips, and you have several levels of heated grips. Just let me do this cornering, because when cornering, better have two hands on the steering wheel or on the handlebar, because this is really an heavy bike, and you have a lot of like I said, levels. So this is heated grips and not cruise control. Talking about cruise control, the cruise control, it's this button here where you just press it and activates that sign there saying the cruise control it's ready to be engaged. And once you want cruise control, I will put it after there, because I know there will be a roundabout there, so there is no point on putting the cruise control now, but after I will do it. It will turn a green light there saying the cruise control is activated, and I think the cruise control will only be activated over speeds over 30 kilometers an hour. Okay, now we do this, okay, and we put the gear and we do cruise control. Okay, we set it at 45 kilometers an hour. We're going slow, so if you press either the front brake, rear brake, or the clutch, you'll notice that the green one will go off. So I'm gonna press the clutch, put another gear, and the cruise control went off. And if you want to put the cruise control again, we do resume. I put it off. Sorry, I pressed it instead of doing resume. But let's set the cruise control to a limit. Here it's on, Okay, I'm gonna press the brake, it's off, and now I do resume, and it goes back to the speed that I set before. So, but now I'm gonna turn the cruise control off, because at these speeds there is no need for me to have the cruise control on, and let's just enjoy this ride, which is really nice. Besides being 400 kilograms, as you can see, it responds really well to every command that you give it. Technology nowadays makes these bikes unbelievable. Try to do this with a bike from the earlier, with 400 kilograms, it wouldn't be possible. Nowadays, look at this. It's like driving or riding a 200 kilogram bike while it's on the road, because when it is stopped you will notice the 400 kilograms. Another thing I don't think I've mentioned, I don't remember, it's another day, but this bike deactivates one of the cylinders when the bike is, or the rear cylinder, when the bike is stopped. That means you can maneuver the bike better while parking and doing slow corners and everything. But once you give it throttle, it reactivates the cylinder automatically, and you don't even know. Another thing, there's one thing that I didn't like about this bike. It's that underneath the top case there are some exposed wires. They are taped on electric. It's electric tape to cover them, but still they are exposed. And on a bike with this price, I think they could have found like a better solution to hide those wires. This is one thing that I've noticed while I was looking around and filming the B-rolls of the bike, and I was kind of disappointed. It doesn't bother you with anything when they are underneath the top case, but they are exposed. That's the only issue that I have with those wires. I'm just gonna show you a little bit here. Let me put this back on sport. So I'm gonna show you what you can do in sport mode. Okay, 110, 120, 140, and I'm standing in the right position. Okay, I don't need to bend over, do whatever. This is a really fun bike to ride once you put in sport mode. You can go much faster. I'm 140, but I don't want to push it that much. Again, it's never was the purpose of the channel. The purpose of the channel is just to show you the bikes and be safe with them, so I can bring you more bikes in the future. Having said this, guys, let me put some music and woo! Here we go! Okay, just a little bit, so I don't get again copyright strikes. So I just show you how to put little music. If you want, let's say you have this station and you want to memorize it in any of these positions, you just pick the position you want, you keep press here, and this will be memorized in that position. If you want more stations, you go press here, and you have more stations available for you to memorize. This phone is paired with my, this motorcycle is paired with my phone at the moment, so if I received any call or any message, I'm sure I would be notified somewhere on the screen, but at the moment no one is calling me, and I have nothing, no phone calls incoming. So basically this is it. I do like to have the leg, the wind protection there, the lower protection for the wind. It's nice, like I showed you. You have the opening where you can let the air flow if you want, through whenever you want. The bike has a beautiful color. I like this color. There is nothing else to tell you about the motorcycle. It's an amazing motorcycle. Minor things that I didn't like, but besides that, just let me just take a look at the traffic. But beside that, if I could, I would buy it just to have it in my garage. Having said this, guys, please don't forget, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell, subscribe to my other social networks, and most important of all, be safe, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!